Night story. This story was sent to me from Banco Magdalena. I must have been about 11 years old when, on the early morning of December 25th, anxious to see what the Christ child had brought me, I got a surprise that ruined my childhood forever. I woke up around 3 a.m. eager to open the boxes and see what gifts they held, when suddenly I heard someone tapping on the gate of the terrace. I cautiously peeked out the window and saw a boy standing on the sidewalk, his eyes fixed on the inside of the house, as if desperately searching for something. His little face was dirty and his eyes were full of longing. For some reason I didn't feel afraid, rather I felt compassion. So I carefully opened the door, walked toward him and asked what he wanted. He pointed toward the garden of the terrace and said, "I came to look for my toys." It was an old house my dad had bought at an auction and planned to remodel. The garden was one of those from long ago, made of a cement wall filled with soil, where a bunch of aloe vera and coral plants grew. I asked him if his toys were buried there and he nodded. Silently, I began to dig through the dirt with my hands, maybe hoping to find something amazing, or maybe, at that age, acting more on impulse than on common sense. Digging and digging, I eventually found a green Formula 1 toy car buried under one of the plants. I took it out, dusted it off, and when I turned to show it to the boy, he was gone. I never told anyone what had happened. I kept the toy car and my mom thought it had been a gift from one of my uncles. I really liked it, I played with it almost all day. One day, a woman came to speak with my dad about some paperwork for the house. She was the former owner. I was in the living room playing with the toy car when I accidentally bumped it into her shoe. The moment she saw it, she froze as if she had seen a ghost. She asked me where I had found it, saying it had been her youngest son's favorite toy. I pointed to the place where I had found it and she began to cry. I didn't understand what had really happened until long after we had moved out of that house, when my dad told me the full story. That very same day they tore down the terrace garden and right beneath the plants they found a sack full of toys, and inside it the body of a boy who had been reported missing. When I later saw his photograph in an old newspaper clipping, I realized it was the same boy who had come in the early morning to look for his toys.